Hello everyone, welcome to another episode on my channel. Today we are in the newest Minecraft snapshot where they have released 3 new decorative blocks you can use in game, and today we're going to build with all 3 of those. Here we have the invisible block, we have the invisible slab, and we have the invisible stairs. So let's get started. What we're going to be doing today is we are going to be building a house. And what I like to do is I like to come up with like an initial kind of starting outline for what I want the house to look like. So usually what I'll do is I'll just kind of make a quick little shape out of some rectangular perimeters. And I do have to say that I am really liking how these blocks are looking. I've never seen anything quite like them. I think that's appropriate for the height. What do you guys think? You guys can leave a comment if you guys think that builds like this should probably be bigger, or if you think it should be shorter. I think 4 is probably a good height though. Now what I've been seeing done most recently is actually using stairs kind of like this, where we kind of have them doing this zigzag pattern, but then you can put an invisible block on top of it, and then if you continue with that pattern you get a nice looking peak in the roof, which I think looks really cool. So we're gonna do that on both sides and then we'll see how that looks. Actually, I just realized this is probably the wrong side to do it on. I think what we actually want to do is maybe go to the other side over here and do it, because this side over here is going to be a little bit too long, I think, and this side is actually the shorter side. So let's go ahead and do it over here instead. Okay, so I personally like how this is coming together. I'm not sure how I want to link the 2 sides together, but maybe what we can do is have the block on, no, let's not do the block on top. Let's do the stair on top like this on both sides, and we'll have the block kind of going across it. So we'll do stairs right here as well. And okay, so that's a little bit better. And then maybe what we can do is like some slabs on top. And then if we put some slabs underneath that, yeah, I think it gives it a nice little archway. I kind of like that quite a bit. And then what we'll do is we'll put the stairs kind of going around the edge of the upper wall. I think that'll probably work out very nicely. So maybe like right here, we'll do the stairs. I'm not sure how I feel about it. You know what, maybe not like that. So let's remove these. Okay, and over on this side, we can probably do the stairs as well going across. Guess we can try to do the same thing. The only problem is that this side is a little bit shorter, so the peak is gonna hit a little bit earlier, which is just not gonna look that good, I don't think. So maybe like it'll be a shorter peak than normal. See, I'm not sure, because how we're gonna get this peak of the roof to connect with the one over here is, it's gonna be kind of difficult to do while also maintaining the roof style for the rest of it and the roof shape. I am a little bit concerned about that, but you know, it's fine. I think we'll be able to manage it. Okay, I think that's gonna have to be the top of the peak right here. And then for this next part, let's go ahead and do pretty much the same thing, but we're gonna try making it peak up at the top at the same spot. We're gonna have a little bit of a challenge shaping the roof after this, but I honestly think we're gonna do a pretty good job at it. You know, we are professional Minecrafters, and that's kind of what's the important part to remember about all this, I guess. But you know, it doesn't really fit for some reason. What did I mess up here? Which means this one actually has to get replaced with the invisible block. And up here, instead of the stairs, why don't we do a slab instead? And what we have to do with this is actually lead it over to the other side and just have our fingers crossed that that peak is gonna match up okay. So quick little time lapse, we'll finish up the roof here, and then maybe we can get started with the detailing with the walls, maybe add in some windows, you know, that whole ordeal. Let's go. You know, I reckon that looks pretty good. I think the roof is a little bit too tall, personally, for my taste, but I think it's a very nice shape. I think it's a very nice texture we have going on. And all in all, I think it's looking like a pretty good build so far. We do need to add in some details around the building, such as some windows. We need to add in a door, maybe some decorative bushes around the corners, you know, that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So what I have seen people do very frequently is actually they'll clear up a 3x3 area, kind of like this. And they'll put down their door. I'm gonna use spruce in this case. They'll throw down some trapdoors kind of around it, and just to kind of give it a little bit more of an outline and to kind of accentuate that this is all one material. I know it's just the centerpiece that's going to act as the door, but you know, this also adds some nice texture to it that I think works out pretty well. And it kind of gives a little bit more space. It kind of gives it a little bit of depth because it does go in slightly. You know, at the same time, maybe what we'll do is we'll add in a kind of like a little porch area. I think that looks pretty nice. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll use some of these stairs here to kind of give it kind of like a little wall around the edge. I think that'll look pretty good. Oh my gosh, that is looking pretty darn good if I do say so myself. Now this build just needs some windows and maybe like some decorative foliage around the edges. And I like to use some stained glass. I think that usually looks pretty nice. So we'll go ahead and link it up right here. And what I've seen people kind of do in the past is they'll use some stairs right here just to kind of give it a little bit more depth. As you can see, it kind of goes in a little bit, and while the glass pane does stick out a little bit more, I think it looks really cool. I really like how that looks. I think that's gonna look pretty good. Oh, that looks amazing. I'm loving this so far. So now we just need to add a couple more windows, but why don't we just finish up the front side first? We're gonna use some azalea leaves because no matter which biome you're in, they're always going to be that same green color. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Let's go ahead and hop into a time lapse and kind of decorate this area a little bit more. Oh my god. I can't believe how amazing this is looking. Oh my god, these invisible blocks, these are absolutely phenomenal. I think Minecraft needs to add more variations of this. Maybe one with like slightly brick texture, or I don't know. Oh my gosh, imagine like an invisible trapdoor, an invisible door, invisible foliage. Oh my goodness, the possibilities are just endless, and I'm really proud of myself. You know, I often say that I'm not a builder, and you know, I guess what they say is true. Practice does make perfect. Because I mean, just look at this. This is, it's phenomenal in my opinion. I'm really happy with this. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really enjoyed working on this build, and I hope you guys have a happy April Fool's Day. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a good one.